So hello everyone, welcome to EduTap guys, and guys welcome to your other important lecture of ESI in news. Now if I talk about today's session guys, so today's session I will be discussing the important topic that was there in PIB, that is by the name of National Strategic Plan for Malaria Elimination, that is from 2017 to 2022. Talking about this program, the program is very much important for our phase 1 examination as well as for our phase 2 examination. Okay, so guys, if you are new to our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to the channel so that you could get all the latest informations about the courses that we are offering, or if there is any kind of change in the examination. To get the access of the PDF guys, kindly subscribe to the Telegram channel, the link for which is given in the description below. Now guys, here we have provided you the daily data, that is how we will be conducting the daily sessions of GA, ESI and reports and indices. Now guys, the most important thing, that is our revision master. So again, I have asked you some questions in my previous session. So based on that, Mr. Vishak, he has again come up with the answer of the question that I have asked. That is on Swachh Bharat Mission, then the National Strategic Plan for Tuberculosis, then about the Tribal TB Initiative. So guys, I want maximum participation of you. I want more and more of you that I could attach a snippet of them in my revision master slide. I want maximum of you to be participating in the revision homework. That is the thing that I'm providing you as a homework also. Now, let's start about the topic. Now, most important thing that you will be seeing is the heading of the news. The heading is that Union Health Minister, it is about, he has chaired some reaching zero forum on malaria elimination. Now guys, this was the news that was there in PIB. Now why I am saying this thing is important, that you should understand is, sometime in PIB just the name of a program or a scheme is given, but the full-fledged question is generally being seen in our examination. Now this is something that we should remember, whether it is a generic sense the thing has been asked, or whether they have asked any kind of update or in any kind of information, this thing will be provided to us in PIB. This is just like a hidden information in PIB. Now from that hidden information, the topic that could be framed or a question that could be framed, we have come across about that topic and presented that topic to you. Now if I talk about the news was simply about that recently a Reaching Zero forum on malaria elimination has taken place, which was chaired by Union Minister for Health and Family Welfare. Now the most important thing that you should remember for your phase 1 examination is this World Malaria Day, which is being celebrated on 25th of April. And if I talk about the other important thing for the phase 1 examination is this specific theme. So the theme is reaching the zero malaria target. That is the theme for the World Malaria Day for 2021. Now, if I talk about the information that Minister has shared, so he simply says that according to the World Malaria reports of 2018, 19 and 2020, what the important thing that has been recognized by all these reports is that there is a reduction of around 85%, which means it is 84.5% reduction is there in terms of number of cases, and then there is a reduction of around 84%, which is 83.6% in terms of number of death that is being caused by malaria. Then the other important program that he has highlighted was, that is just the name that has been highlighted, that is about this National Strategic Plan for Malaria Elimination, that is from 2017 to 2022. Now see, just a generic name of this program was there in news, but for our examination perspective, this is the thing that we should remember. We should cover this specific plan in detail. Now on that perspective, let us discuss about the plan. Now if I talk about the plan guys, it is a subset. Simply means subset. Why I am saying is because there was a broader program which was launched earlier on. Based on that, this is a program that is based on that specific framework, that is the National Framework for Malaria Elimination from 2016 to 2030. Talking about the vision of this malaria elimination program, that is from 2017 to 2022. The vision simply is, we want that India should be malaria free by 2027 and malaria should be eliminated by 2030. So now guys, if I talk about elimination, and the other word that you might have heard is eradication. So see, elimination simply means that local transmission has been reduced. This is simple mean of elimination. But when I talk about eradication, eradication means we have just, there is no single case of malaria that was there in India. That is named as eradication. But the target here is elimination by 2030. Okay. Now, talking about the goal of the program, guys, the goal is that we want to eliminate the malaria in category 1 district by 2020, then in category 2 districts by 2022. Then the most important thing that you should remember is, for category 3, we didn't say that we want to eliminate the target. We want is that there should be a proper reduction in the transmission of malaria cases in category 3 districts. Now the question that comes to mind is, so what are these category districts? How we will categorize the districts? So guys, for that I have provided you a full-fledged table that is based on the categories of states or UTs. So category simply is, that is, if I talk about the category, so category 0 is prevention of re-establishment. That is states with zero indigenous case of malaria. Indigenous means that in that states there are generally no less cases of malaria. Zero indigenous case of malaria. Then category 1 is basically the elimination phase. That is, we have to eliminate the category. We have to eliminate the malaria cases. That is, those states which include the districts which are reporting the API, that is annual parasite incidence of 1 case per 1000 population. If there is a annual parasite incidence of 1 case per 1000 population is at risk, that is known as category 1 elimination phase. Then category 2 is pre-elimination phase. In those, there is API of is less than 1 per 1000 population at risk, but some of the districts have the annual parasite incidence of more than 1 per 1000 or above. That is 0, category 0. 1 is 1 per 1000. 2, pre-elimination simply is if there are cases are 1 per more than 1 per 1000. That is something. Then for category 3 states, those will be intensified. It simply means these are those states which are having 1 case per 1000 population at risk or above. Simple is 0 category, 0 case. Category 1, less than 1 per 1000. Category 2, generally most of the districts cases are less than 1 per 1000, but in some cases they are more than 1 per 1000. That is for pre-elimination phase. But for category 3, if cases are more than 1 per 1000, we want to reduce the transmission there and we want to stabilize the condition there, that is by 2022. Okay, so for that is something that we should remember. For category 3, we want to stabilize the condition, and category 1 and 2, we want to eliminate the malaria. That is simply named as zero indigenous cases of malaria will be there. Now guys, there is one thing, something very much important. That is this framework. If I talk about the plan that we have to formulate, the plan would be formulated based on the 4 components that are recommended by World Health Organization. This simply says that first of all, there should be proper diagnosis and case management. So diagnosis means there should be proper diagnosis of the malaria patients, and based on the cases, there should be a proper case management study that should be conducted. Now, how you will be forming a case management study? For that, you need a data. For data, what it has suggested is there should be a proper surveillance and there should be epidemic responses. So epidemic responses, epidemiological studies or proper surveys should be conducted so that a proper data could be formed. Then, now data you have formed a case management study. The third important thing that is for us is how we will be preventing the disease. So for prevention purpose, it says that there should be a proper integrated vector management. Proper vector management should be there. Then how we will be communicating, how we will be working on that thing. For that purpose, it says there should be cross-cutting interventions. How? We should include proper communication among the patients and doctors. We should work on the R&D sectors, as well as we should work on the advocacy of the doctors towards the patients. So this is the thing that is being recommended by World Health Organization, based on which the 4 components has been set up. Now guys, if I talk about these recommendations, there could be a question that could be asked on us, that which among the following are the 4 recommendations. It could ask as a simple statement question, or they could ask us a question in the form of 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4, or these kind of statements. Now, with the plan, that the important thing that we should again focus on is, because it is a subset, it is based on a framework on the broader framework that is from 2016 to 2030. Now let us discuss about that specific framework also. So guys, the framework for 2016 to 30 on malaria elimination was launched by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and as discussed, it is from the year launched in year 2016. Again, the target is we want to eliminate the disease by 2030. Now, if I talk about my elimination framework, the framework was based on WHO's global technical strategy for malaria, that is from 2016 to 2030. Based on the similar line, we have formed a national framework. Now, talking about the goal for the framework of 2016 to 2030. The first goal is we want to eliminate the malaria by 2030. It is not specifying about category 1, category 2 or category 3 states. That is the goal of 2017 to 2022 framework. The other important is we want to maintain a malaria free status in areas where malaria transmission has been erupted, or we want to prevent the reintroduction of malaria. That is, number of reintroducing malaria cases should be reduced, and we should maintain a malaria free status. Now, let us discuss about the objective. So objective, in that objective is saying we want to eliminate the malaria from all low category 1 states and moderate, that is category 1 or category 2 districts by 2022. This is the objective, which is the goal of that initiative. Second is we want to reduce the incidence of malaria cases to less than 1 per 1000 population, and we want to reduce the malaria elimination by 2024. This is the second objective of our national framework for malaria elimination. The third important thing is, now here I have provided a snippet also for your better understanding, guys, that you should remember, that you could go through for the objective is, if I talk about the other important thing. So the third objective is to interrupt the indigenous transmission. So indigenous transmission I have discussed with you, but simply indigenous transmission means that local transmission we have to reduce by 2027. This is something that you should remember. Interruption of indigenous transmission for category 3 states, that is the objective of 2016 to 2030 framework. But for the 2017 to 2022 framework, we want that India should have a malaria free status by 2027. And this is something important. For here we want to make a malaria free status by 2030. That is the objective of 2016 to 2030 mission. But the 2017 mission says we will be reducing it by 2027, and elimination will be done by 2030. Okay. Then, because it is a long-term framework, guys, so it has a short-term goals also. So short-term goals is, it simply says that by the end of 2016, what we want is we should have a broader health policies and planning framework for malaria elimination. The first thing, short-term goal, first year. For 2017, what we want is we want to bring down the annual parasite incidences to less than 1 per 1000 population. That is our goal for 2017. Then for 2020, the goal that has been, the short-term goal that was set up was, that is the category 1 elimination phase. The category 1 elimination phase that I have discussed with you, we want to expect that there should be less interruption, that there should be interruption in transmission of malaria, and we want to achieve zero indigenous cases and death due to malaria, which means from category 1 we want that the malaria cases should be reduced and they should be transferred to the category 0 status states. Okay, so this was the short-term milestones, and this was all about the programs, the framework of our malaria elimination. Now, if I talk about this program, so guys, during the East Asia Summit in East Asia Summit of 2015, there was again a malaria elimination roadmap of Asia Pacific countries was also set up. Now during this conference, it says that we want to make the Asia Pacific countries malaria free by 2030. This is again important thing that you should remember, because in each and everywhere we are just talking, we want to make malaria free by 2030. That is the target for East Asia Summit during the Asia Pacific region. But our target of malaria free is by 2027. But for 2030, what we are expecting is we want that there should be proper elimination of malaria. So this is again the keywords, elimination or malaria free status. Okay, this is important for us. Now if I talk about other additional important points that you should remember, guys, that is, we have discussed that this guideline has been formed on global technology strategic for malaria, that is from 2016 to 2030. Talking about this, it is basically a guideline which is guiding the global malaria program, and the target for this global technical strategy for malaria from 2016 to 2030 is we want to reduce malaria 40% by 2020, 75% reduction is by 2025, and 90% reduction is by 2030. If I talk about the target, from which simply means we have to reduce the malaria target by 40%. From what? That is the baseline here is 2015. If in 2015 there are 100 cases, then we want that there should be 60 cases by 2020. Then 75% means there should be only 25 cases by 2025. And for 2030, we just want that there should be only 10 cases of malaria, that is by 2030. This is the target that has been set up under the global technical strategy for malaria. Okay? Then for the other important thing is that is for the Southeast Asia regions, the World Health Organization simply says that Maldives and Sri Lanka are the two countries that have been declared as malaria free. This is again important. If I talk about our neighborhood, Maldives and Sri Lanka are malaria free countries, and Bhutan is also getting closer to get the target, to achieve the target of getting malaria free. Our target is, again I am repeating with you, is that is 2027. Now guys, based on the topic that I've discussed, let us now discuss some practice questions. So see, this is a new kind of pattern that I've discussed with you. There is a full-fledged paragraph, a paragraph-based question that I have asked you. The question that I'm simply asking you is, what is the theme for the World Malaria Day for the year 2021? And I think I've discussed with you. So the answer here is option number B, that is reaching the zero malaria target. Okay. Then the second question is again based on a similar report. So now the question is, WHO's global technology strategy for malaria, that is from 2016 to 2030, it has targets to reduce malaria by how much percentage by 2025 with 2015 as baseline. So this thing again we have discussed just a few seconds earlier. I have discussed with you, that is option number D, that is 75%. And now guys, this is the new kind of question that I was asking with you, that is generally being asked in the examination. Now based on the passage, they have provided you some three information. The question that I'm asking you is about the goals of National Strategic Plan for Malaria, that is from 2017 to 2022. The first is eliminate the malaria for all low category and moderate category by 2022. Then is reduce the transmission in category 3 districts by 2025. The third is interrupt the indigenous transmission of malaria in all the states or UTs by 2027. Now, let us see how many of you know the answer. Okay. Whether it is 1 only, it is 1 and 2 only, it is 1 and 3 only, it is 3 only, or is it 1, 2 and 3? Now guys, if you see here, the first thing is this statement, it is talking about this year. So it is not right because we have seen that it was year 2022, which simply means that our second statement is wrong. Okay. Now, how to approach? So see, why I am saying is, now you might be saying, sir, 1 and 3 का answer होगा इसका मतलब. No guys. The thing is, you should remember there is asking about incorrect statement. And if I talk about incorrect statement, so all these three statements are incorrect. Why? Because if I talk about the eliminating malaria target, it is the objective of our 2016 to 2030 agenda. For second statement, why it is wrong, I have discussed with you, because it was by year 2022, not by 2025. The third thing again is the objective of our broader framework from 2016 to 2030. So these are just minute things that you should keep in mind before attempting these kind of questions. So guys, coming to the homework. Now, World Malaria Report for 2020 has been released in the month of December. Now you should tell me about this World Malaria Report. We should remember that it is being released by World Health Organization. You have to tell me specifically about India specific finding. So India specific finding, you have to tell me what are the India specific findings in the World Malaria Report for 2020. Number of cases, which state has the maximum cases, which state has the minimum cases. So these are some important things that you should go through and revise. And now I will be glad to see that if there are most number of people that are being participating in our, that will be commenting about the World Malaria Report for 2020. So guys, that brings us to the end of the session. So if you are So for all the latest updates and for other important sessions, you could subscribe to the channel, and you could, if you have any kind of suggestion, you could drop us an email, that is hello@arutap.co.in, or you could even place us a call. Our mobile number is 81462 07241. So I hope guys the lecture is fruitful for you. So keep learning and bye bye.